A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to your science class. So, after a short break, we are back to the studies now. So, today we are going to start a chapter that is nutrition in animals. So, students, in this module, we are going to learn about steps in animal nutrition, nutrition in amoeba, nutrition in humans. So, students, I'll just make you quickly recall what we have studied in the earlier chapter, chapter number 1, that is nutrition in plants. So, students, we have studied that plants are autotrophs and they can prepare their own food, but a few of them were not able to prepare their own food because of the absence of chlorophyll in it. So students, as they were not green, so in that case they depend on the other sources for their food, so they were known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So students, as animals cannot make their own food, they are being categorized under the category heterotrophs. Okay, and as on the basis of the what kind of food eaten by the living organism, they are being categorized as herbivore, carnivore and omnivore. So the animals are being categorized under the category of omnivore. Animals like us, human being, a social animal is omnivore, and animals may be categorized under the herbivores if they intake plant sources, and if they are intaking animal sources, they will be categorized under the category carnivores. So students, this is a very common question, and this we are dealing with since class 6. So what is it? Why do we need food, students? Because as you know that to perform the daily activities we require energy, and we draw that energy from food. So what does the food contains which provide you energy? Nutrients, right students? That we have studied in class 6 now, that there are majorly 7 nutrients present in the food items, and its composition varies in different food items. So those nutrients provide us energy. So the food we eat used for growth, repair and functioning of the body. So students, as you know that whenever we put our food into our mouth, so this is known as ingestion. So there are different living organisms and different mode of intake of food are there. So we are going to just see to it. Majority of the animals take food in the form of solids. This form of nutrition in which food is eaten in solid form is called holozoic nutrition. So students, different organisms use different methods to get food. Okay, and there are special structures in each organisms for taking food inside the body. So as you can see in this image, students, that different organisms use different methods to get the food. Like as we use our hands to put the food into our mouth, so same way itself these different living organisms also use different ways, like the amoeba, and this we are going to see in detail in the further slides. Amoeba is a single cellular organism, students. Like us, it is not multicellular, it is not complex, it is a very simple organism, and a single cell performs every function. Like us, as we are multicellular, we have million and trillions of cells, and cells together forms the tissue, and tissue forms the organ, and organ together forms the organ system, and organ system together constitutes an organism. So students, in this way amoeba is a simple living organism, and as you can see that it is irregular in shape, and as like false feet, these projections are known as false feet. They just elongate whenever they sense a food, and in the form of food vacuole it enters the body, it engulfs the food. Right now students, a spider weaves a web to catch the prey. A butterfly uses its feeding tube to suck the nectar from the flower. You must have seen butterflies sitting on the flower and sucking the nectar of the flower and then making the honey. So in this way they are getting their food. Now mosquitoes, yes, this is a very common example. You all must have seen that whenever a mosquito, and even in the ads, that all out के ad में भी आपने देखा होगा, very clearly they used to show that एक needle type का होता है, उसमें वो बहुत ही tube like structure होता है, and from there the mosquito sucks the blood, and the tongue of the frog and lizard is sticky so that they can catch their prey. It's very long and they just roll the prey in its tongue, as you can see the image also. Now starfish get its food in amazing method. It feeds on small animals like snail, fish, worm, and the tube feet, okay, present in the body of the starfish capture the food. Tube feet आपने देखा होगा starfish के जो feet होते हैं, right? Now, the starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth and wraps the stomach around the captured animal. The stomach is then withdrawn into the body where the food is digested. So, through the mouth, the stomach comes out and traps the food, and then again it is withdrawn into the body and the further digestion will take place. And snake, like you must have seen in National Geographic, that the snakes, they just swallow the whole body of the living organism, whether it's a whole animal or even the human being. They just swallow it whole without even chewing it or biting it. We use our hands to put food into our mouth. Now students, as you know that what is nutrition? So to get this nutrition, there are 5 steps, and namely they are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion. So students, ingestion is to take the food into your mouth, and digestion is, as you know, that the food which you are taking in your mouth is complex substance and it cannot be taken by the body, by the cell as it is. So it is required to break down that substance into simpler compounds. So that is digestion. Now absorption is that when the digestion is done and the blood absorbs the nutrients from the digested food and that is carried to the whole body, that is absorption. And assimilation is when the digested nutrients reaches to your cells and it is being used by the cells. This is assimilation for various activities to be performed. And egestion is excretion, expelling out the waste material from your body in the form of excreta, right? Now students, steps in nutrition that I have already told you, we'll just see it in detail. The process by which food is taken inside the body of an organism is called ingestion. Okay, the process जिससे हम खाने को अपने intake करते हैं, that is known as ingestion. The food taken in solid and complex, the process of converting, breaking down complex food into simple and soluble form is called digestion. Absorption, it is the process by which digested nutrients are taken to different parts of the body by circulatory system. The process of the digestion is being carried out in digestive system, and we will just see in the further slides that what constitutes the digestive system. And in amoeba, it is the process of digestion is quite different, and in human beings it is quite different, and in grazing animal it is a little bit different from the human beings. So that we will see in the further slides. Now students, absorption, right? Absorption, we have seen that it is being done by the circulatory system, and assimilation, it is a process of using absorbed food molecules for producing energy and growth. So the absorbed nutrient is being taken by the mitochondria and all for producing the ATPs, and in this way the cells get energy. Now egestion is the process of removing undigested food materials from body is called egestion. In the form of excreta, it is egested out. So now students, the first thing we are going to study in this module is about the nutrition and the feeding and the digestion in amoeba. So first of all, before just knowing somewhat more about the feeding and digestion in amoeba, we should be knowing what actually amoeba is. So amoeba is a microscopic organism. See, micro means very, very small, and microscopic is which could only be seen under the microscope, and we cannot see it with our naked eye. It is not visible without using the microscope. So it is a single celled organisms like us. They are not multicellular like in ye complex organisms nahi hai found in the pond water. It is simple organism having an irregular shape. इनका जो shape होता है वो irregular होता है. It is not definite. You cannot say that it is circular or it is it is of such a shape. They can change the shape. Okay, it consists of a cell membrane. एक cell membrane होती है and a nucleus and many bubble-like vacuoles. Okay, amoeba is capable of constantly changing its shape and position. It gives out one or more finger-like projection, and these projections are known as false feet. इनको हम false feet बोलते हैं, and they play the major role in the nutrition of amoeba. Okay, now we will see how this is done. कैसे होता है ये? So now students, as you can see here that whenever this amoeba comes in contact with the food, whenever they sense the food, so ये जो आपके false feet होते हैं, they elongate and they engulf the food, and in the form of food vacuole, the food is trapped inside the body of amoeba, and then by the action of enzymes. So before I'll tell you by the action of enzyme, I should tell you what actually enzymes are. Enzymes are special molecules in cells which help in the breakdown of complex food into simpler form, right? So this is actually what is to be done in digestion. So enzymes plays a very important role in this. So in this way, the digestion will take place, and absorption is the cell of the amoeba will absorb it and then will use for the functions like maintenance, growth, multiplication. Okay, for that purposes, the amoeba will use the energy which will be drawn from this food. And now after that, the waste material, the undigested material, will be egested out of the body. Now students, hope you all have understood it. So I'll just quickly make you recall that it is an unicellular organism. Its shape is irregular. It has nucleus, it has food vacuoles, and how the false feet helps to trap the food, and the enzymes helps in its digestion. So this is all about amoeba. And now quickly I'll just proceed further to the nutrition in humans. So students, I would like to tell you that I'm only going to give you a brief introduction of this, and in detail the human digestive system we are going to study in the next module. So quickly I'll just tell you that nutrition in humans, as you know, human beings are omnivores, and the mode of nutrition in us is heterotrophic. We depend on the other sources for our food. So now students, in humans, the digestive systems consist of alimentary canal and the associated glands together constitutes the digestive system. So students, what actually alimentary canal is and the associated glands. So students, as you can see that we intake food from our mouth, and it is being taken chewed up and mixes with the saliva, and will be taken by the pharynx muscular tube, and then the esophagus, and then in the stomach, then in the small intestine, and then in the large intestine, and lastly by it will come the undigested food will come in the rectum, and through the rectum it will be just thrown out of the body through anus. So students, it is called as canal or the tract because ये एक narrow रास्ता है, it is a path of the food. Okay, so that's why it is known as canal or digestive tract. Okay, सो दिस इज अ ट्रैक ऑफ द फूड. ये एक पाथ है फूड का जो कि ये इंजेस्शन से इजेस्शन तक का है. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज नोन एज कैनाल. ओके, एंड द एसोसिएटेड ग्लैंड्स आल्सो प्लेज अ वेरी वाइटल रोल लाइक salivary glands and liver, gallbladder, appendix and pancreas. They plays a very vital role. Like liver secretes bile juice for the digestion of fats, and pancreas secrete pancreatic juice, and it also helps in digestion. And in the mouth itself the carbohydrates is being digested. जो carbohydrate का digestion होता है वो mouth में ही हो जाता है. The carbohydrate will be broken down into glucose or simpler sugars. Okay, and protein digestion will take place in stomach. So in this way the digestion will take place. So students, as you can see here that this is just a overview of the digestive system. Like it will start up from the mouth, and with the mouth, that is buccal cavity, that the in which the teeth are involved, tongue and salivary glands. The saliva will be mixed up with the food and the by the teeth. And as you know that there are 32 teeth in adult and 28 as if you will just count your teeth. So आपके 28 teeth होंगे, because 4 teeth जो होते हैं हमारे, वो जब हम adult हो जाते हैं तब आते हैं. And these teeth are known as wisdom teeth बोलते हैं हम इनको. Okay, and 2 in the lower jaw and 2 in the upper jaw. Okay, so it is nothing to do with the wisdom. इसका wisdom से कोई लेना देना नहीं होता. It is actually a vestigial organ. इसका कोई use नहीं होता है. But they are being termed as wisdom because ये एक certain age के बाद आते हैं. ओके, देन ये क्या होता है, एक मस्कुलर यहाँ पे फैरिंग्स होते हैं, मस्कुलर ट्यूब होता है. फैरिंग्स से फूड एसोफेगस में जाता है. यहाँ पे एडजस्टिंग ट्यूब्स होते हैं. जो विंड पाइप होता है वो आगे की साइड होता है, जो फूड पाइप होता है वो बैकवर्ड साइड होता है. सो स्टूडेंट्स, अब ऐसा क्यों नहीं होता कि जब आप फूड को इनटेक करते हैं, जब आप सॉलो करते हैं, तो आपके विंड पाइप में फूड क्यों नहीं जाता? तो ये आपकी बॉडी का रिफ्लेक्स मैकेनिज्म है कि व्हेनेवर यू सॉलो द फूड, आपकी जो विंड पाइप होता है उसके ऊपर एक फ्लैप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होता है. उस फ्लैप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर को एपिग्लॉटस बोलते हैं. एंड वो एपिग्लॉटस क्या होता है, उसको कवर कर लेता है आपके विंड पाइप को, और आपका जो फूड होता है वो आपके विंड पाइप में नहीं जाता है. इन दिस वे आप मिस्टेकनली अगर ये टाइम के साथ रिफ्लेक्स नहीं कर पाता एंड आपका सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ फूड रीचेज योर विंड पाइप, तो क्या होता है, बॉडी का रिफ्लेक्स मैकेनिज्म है कि आप कफ करने लगते हैं, आप एकदम से खांसने लगते हैं, सो दैट वो फूड क्या हो, बाहर निकल जाए. एंड देन अ जे ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर विच इज नोन एज द स्टमक. एंड स्टमक में हमारा HCl एंड पेप्सिन, ये जो सारे सिक्रीशंस होते हैं, ये हेल्प करते हैं डाइजेशन में. एंड हम डिटेल में इसको नेक्स्ट मॉड्यूल में पढ़ेंगे. And then after it reaches to the small intestine, and here the main digestion will take place. यहीं पे main digestion होता है. And as the name signifies small intestine, but it is not small. ये almost 6 meters की होती है. ना आपकी जो ये large intestine है इससे भी ज़्यादा long होती है. So तभी आप देख सकते हैं कैसे coiled है ये, है ना. But it is known as a small intestine because its diameter is smaller than the large intestine. And after that the large जो food होगा यहाँ पे absorb हो जाएगा. and then आपके large intestine में जो water होता है उसका absorption होता है. and आपका जितना भी undigested food होता है वो large intestine से rectum में जाता है, and through rectum it is being thrown out of the body. So as you can see here that the alimentary canal is a long and coiled tube. It consists of the following 7 organs. So these are the organs which are involved in the canal, and the associated glands are salivary glands, liver, pancreas, and that we are going to see in detail in the next module. Thank you students. Thank you for listening. Hope you have understood whatever is being taught. So you just go through the chapter, read the chapter very carefully, and hope you will understand everything.